Next stop on the Mello Truck Series Tour brings us to Lime Rock Park is where we're at here today. And this is a new truck we're going to be running in the Mello Truck Series and one of the legendary sports car tracks around the world. So we're going to see if we can how the trucks will run here on this 1.53 mile course. So without further ado, here's the starting line for today's race. On the pole at 111 miles an hour, it's Jessica Shelton on the pole for today's event here at Lime Rock. And she'll be flanked by the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge of Dylan Young. Shelton, of course, the number 94 Aaron's Chevrolet. Trent Dunham has the inside row number 2 and the number 1 McDonald's Chevrolet. And for NNSCRA Motorsports, Seth Cole, the number 13 Geico Ford. One of his best qualifying efforts of the season. Keith Batson has the inside row number 3 in the Fastenal Ford number 99, and alongside Stephanie Gardner, number 15, Vincent Pensacola Toyota. Next row down, it is Ann Batson, number 3, GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, and she'll be alongside the number 10, Driven to Honor Dodge of Luke Walker, driving for Jennifer Jo Cobb. Then it's Kate Culp in the number 8, Budweiser Chevrolet, and she'll be alongside Joshua Osborne, the number 4, Red Bull Toyota, one of the 2 Red Bull racing trucks. Then next row, it's Preston Plore, the number 18, M&M's Toyota, and alongside of him, Jeremy Doobie, the number 29 Budweiser Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. Here comes the command to fire them up here at Lime Rock Park.
Drivers, start your engines!
And getting the fire engine, so we get separate racing here today. Kyle Matthews is the inside of the next row. Has the inside of the next row, number 24, Drive to End Hunger Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside the number 9, DeWalt Tools Ford of Daniel Culp. He'll have the next row down. Lime Rock is one of those road courses where it's fun to race, but then yet pretty difficult to master to some extent. So this is not the first time we've seen this track on International Racing. Seth Cole has used this in some of his series. I think he's used it. I'm not sure. But we'll see what happens here as we get set for racing here today, as Jessica Shelton leads him down with Dylan Young alongside. The green flag waves, and we are underway here at Lime Rock Park. Shelton and Dylan Young side by side. Somebody getting off course here. I don't know if that was Stephanie Gardner who went off course. That was Joshua Osborne in the 4. He went off course going into the turn. Stephanie Gardner, I think, did too. She lost a lot of spots. Car's getting off in the dirt just a little bit. But both Osborne and Gardner, who started near in the top 10, as we got a battle for the lead now. Shelton and Dylan Young, and Dylan Young will take the lead in coming off the last turn. 7-turn course here at the Lime Rock as Dylan Young. Oh, and Preston Plore's crashed. Preston Plore has crashed on the front stretch. And now we got more trouble. It was Eric Burton in 83. He went off course. So did Jasmine Acosta. So is Zachary Fitzwater. He's crashed. Meanwhile, Dylan Young gets off course a little bit. Here comes Jessica Shelton trying to get back around Dylan Young. And she says, okay, Dylan, I'm going to try the same move you did on me. And she will do so. Shelton back to the lead. And look at her accelerate down the front stretch here as Dylan Young goes in the 2nd position. 3rd will be Trent Dunham. And 4th will be Ann Batson. 5th will be Seth Cole. Keith Batson's in 6th. And Kate Culp is in the 7th position. But the crash involved the 39 of Zachary Fitzwater. And there was a lot of stuff that happened in the turn. I mean, Preston Plord, he crashed. Kyle Lynch got off course. We didn't see that happen. See what happened there with Lynch first in the 17. It looks like he and Jordan Newman got into a shoving match. Lynch gets off course, and then watch Jordan Newman in 22. He somehow got loose there. I think he might have got a tap from either the 9 of Daniel Culp or the 43 of Mike Becker. But now watch Zachary Fitzwater. And there's where Preston Plord got spun by the 20 and the 27 of Henry Sanford spun. Everybody checked up. We'll get the Preston Plord spin here in a minute. And now watch Zachary Fitzwater. He and Henry Sanford, they get into it. So does Michael Walton and Ty Dent. And then Eric Burton just plows right into Zachary Fitzwater hard. Apparently, Burton couldn't get the truck stopped in time. And, Fitzwater into the head of the tire bearers. Oh, my goodness. That is a hard hit. I mean, the tires may be rubber, but you hit one of those at speed, that's one heck of a hit. Now look at Preston Plord and what happened to him. He was battling with Jeremy Doobie in 29, and Henry Sanford just blatantly takes Preston Plord in the wall with him. Now Sanford is going to come back. Now I think the far choice we may do this. Sanford, Zachary Fitzwater is going to hit Henry Sanford. Fitzwater goes into Michael Walton. Ty Dent gets into him, and now Eric Burton, he just spins. He goes right into Fitzwater. Oh, and I failed on the replay. And then they saw a far view. That's Henry Sanford. On board Zachary Fitzwater's car. Goodness. And now Zachary Fitzwater had nothing to look but farmland and all those cows and out in the field. Yeah. And we're just in time too, so we get set for green flag racing here at Lime Rock as we have, it'll be 9 laps to go. It was a 13-lap race here is what we're at here for the Dr. Pepper 200. Jessica Shelton, one of the road ringers in Intertown Street Racing, she leads the race. Second is Dylan Young. Third, Trent Dunham. Fourth, Ann Batson. And fifth is Seth Cole. Shelton driving for Chase Elliott. She has a win this season at Atlanta. Dylan Young, he's not having the best of seasons so far in his truck series, but he is making a go of it here. Dylan Young looking pretty strong in the Penske Racing number 2. And here he comes inside of Shelton going through the S's here at Lime Rock. And it's Dylan Young to the lead, but Shelton not giving up. And Shelton's off the track a little bit as Dylan Young pulls ahead through the fast part of the track. And meanwhile, Trent Dunham, Ann Batson, and Seth Cole having a little battle for position. As Dylan Young continues to lead, now here comes Seth Cole inside of Ann Batson for third. As Trent loses a couple spots in the number 1 car, the winner at Daytona this season. Batson almost pulled up one at Martinsville and then got passed on the final race by Cameron Gadoo. And Seth Cole's another one who's not having a pretty good truck season himself. But he does, however, hope to vindicate himself. He does seem to do pretty good on the road courses in any of my series, but you know, Seth does not proclaim himself as a road racer by any stretch of imagination. But oh, Jessica Shelton, power move on Dylan Young, and watch Shelton just pull away. Off in the turn number 1 she goes there. Now Lime Rock is a pretty fun place to race it, I guess you might say here. She goes off in turn number 1. Now this is where you may lose a little time through turn 2. One of the slowest turns of the track, and that's the only left-hander on the track. Now the rest of them are all to the right. Apparently don't count that one left-hander as I turn, and there that is right there. Now through the turn she goes, and going up. That's the uphill part of the track. And now through the other end of the track where you go downhill, and now through turn number 7 where you make up all the speed you possibly can, one of the fastest parts of the course, and Shelton will lead the lap here as we have now 6 laps to go rather. Kate Culp now moves her way up in the 4th position. Now Luke Walker in the 10s up to 5th. And the Batsons are going at it for. Batsons are now putting on a show themselves. Ann in the 3, Keith in 99. We shall see Keith in the 28 in the Casual GTX Cup Series when they head to Riverside, which is next on the tour. Road course weekend for Trucks and Cup. Even though the Trucks are here at Lime Rock, Connecticut, and the Cup's on the other side of the country in California. One of the 3 road course stops on the Cup Series schedule as Keith Batson goes around Kate Culp, and now has the sight set on the number 10 of Luke Walker. And meanwhile, Dylan Young's close right up in the back bumper of Jessica Shelton for position for the lead. Those two have been going at it the whole race. 2 of the veterans in Intertel 3 Racing. Shelton driving for Chase Elliott, and Dylan Young driving for Penske Racing. It's lucky number 2. He's driving. And look at Dylan Young to the inside. Whoa, Shelton gets up on the curbing just a little bit. Here comes Dylan Young. And Shelton tried to slam the door, but nothing doing here. Dylan Young takes the lead away. Those two have been swapping the lead back and forth here lately. It's going to be a question of who's there at the checkers. But meanwhile, Shelton, she says, I didn't like that move, and let me back in. And Dylan says no, and he will take the lead into turn number 1 now. Shelton tries to move Dylan up the track here. And that's from the back bumper of Dylan Young's car here, looking right at Jessica Shelton in the 94. Dylan's got the speed up that turn here now through turn number 5. I think turn number 5. I think here's turn 6. And Young goes up the track, and Shelton's back to the lead in number 94. And watch Shelton accelerate through that turn, through the front stretch. She goes at about 155 miles an hour into turn number 1. 3 laps to go. It's going to be a wild 3 laps. The way these two have been battling all day. Chevrolet versus Dodge. Seth Cole remains 3rd. Luke Walker, good run in the Jennifer Jo Cobb truck, runs in 4th position. Trent Dunham in 5th position. 6th is Kate Culp. 7th is Keith Batson, and Batson's in 8th. John Douglas, the winner at Iowa, runs in 9th. And in 10th position is Daniel Culp in the number 9 truck. And meanwhile, Keith Batson gets around Kate Culp. 2 laps to go. What a show that these two have been putting on here at Lime Rock. Jessica Shelton and Dylan Young. Two blue and white trucks going out of here. Both those two know, though, one little slip through some parts of the course there, and it's going to be... It's just going to be a matter of who hits their marks, which is always is in road course racing. Oh, Shelton gets off the track a little bit. Here comes Dylan Young back on the inside. Here comes Dylan Young in the 2. And he's got the lead. Coming to the white flag, they come here. 1 lap remaining. Does Shelton get him back? Dylan Young leads. White flag. 1 lap remaining at Lime Rock. Will it be Dylan Young or Jessica Shelton in victory lane? They bring the turn 1 okay now through turn number 2. What's going to happen? Young off the course, but so is Shelton. Dylan Young has about maybe a 2-3 truck length advantage, but here he comes down to the turn. He's up the track a little bit. Shelton tries to close in. Through turn 6, 1 more turn left to go. And Shelton will not catch him. Here they come through turn number 7. And it'll be number 2, Miller Lite Dodge. Dylan Young wins the Dr. Pepper 200 here at Lime Rock. What a battle these two have raged all day in this race. And Dylan Young has the final say, and he will go to victory lane here today. For Penske Racing, Jessica Shelton, a hard-fought second-place finish. Seth Cole will come home 3rd. 4th will be Luke Walker. And Trent Dunham will come home in 5th position. A good run for him. What a show these two have put on at Lime Rock. I will say that. That has been a heck of a race here today. 1 caution period, but some great racing. And here's the finishing order here today. Gave you the top 5 already. Average speed 86.082. Kate Culp will come home in 6th position. Ann Batson 7th. Keith Batson 8th. Mike Becker comes on 9th. John Douglas will finish 10th. Jeremy Doobie, Dylan Thoreau, Jordan Newman, Joshua Balkin, and Kyle Matthews the top 15. Then Joshua Osborne, Johnny Gardner, Ryan Acosta, Tyler Batson, and Daniel Culp dropped back a few spots, finishes in 20th in the race. So, and interesting day for those two guys here. Zachary Fitzwater, the only one out of the race in last place. We'll see where you finish in the race here. Some couple of big names down there, but all in all, veterans dominated the day, especially with Dylan Young and Jessica Shelton. A tremendous battle those two had all day, but it's Dylan Young who ends up on top in the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge for Penske Racing as he takes it all in Lime Rock. You can bet this track will be back on the schedule. You can bet on that. I think I might run in the Cup race. I might run a Cup race there too. You never know. But Cameron Gadoo has a 123-point lead. He had a bad finish at Lime Rock, so that's cut his lead a little bit, but still got a pretty substantial lead in the points. Trent Dunham is now 2nd. Ty Dent 3rd. Jessica Shelton 4th. And Luke Walker right now currently in 5th. Jordan Culp is 6th, Mike Becker 7th, John Douglas 8th, Ann Batson 9th, and Michael Walton is currently in 10th. Jeremy Doobie right now in 20th in the points. And there's the bottom running order. Preston Plord currently right now last in the points at the moment, but still 15 races left on the truck season. We head to another road course race next on the tour at Sonoma Raceway is where we're at for the Fram Auto Light 125. Don't miss it.